So, meanwhile, let's get to the point of today's lecture. Jannat Islam said that Alhamdulillah, she's doing pretty well. So that's great to hear. So, in our previous lecture, you already know that in our previous lecture, we went through. Jannati said, "Sir, how are you?" Yeah, Alhamdulillah, I'm doing all right. Doing all right. Kicking alive and kicking. So, um, the fact is, in the previous lecture, we have gone through some of the tips and tricks and the rules and regulations for the IELTS speaking module 2, uh, the task number 2. So in the task number 2, you're supposed to give, or you are supposed to provide a 2 minutes uninterrupted speech based on a topic provided by your luck, actually provided by your luck, because on that task you have to select any topic from a set of topics by using the formula of raffle draw. So it's like lottery or raffle draw. You have to choose and pick any one cue card. So because you cannot see the topic of the cue card before you pick it. So it's like raffle doors, like lottery, and then you can see the topic. And after you can see the topic, you can decide how to provide your 2 minutes speech based on that topic, because you'll get 1 minute of preparation time. Using that preparation time, you can write the answers for the questions mentioned in the cue card. So you can write the keywords, the key points, the bullet points for those answers that you are going to provide in that 2 minute speech. So those are the things that were discussed previously. And I said that in today's class, we'll mainly focus on the preparation part, because you guys say that you do not practice English that much in your home. So today I'm going to test your skills, and I'm going to listen to you guys, and by this process we are going to understand the do's and don'ts for the IELTS speaking module task 2. So if you can provide one answer for one cue card topic, then others can listen to your answer. And if I give any feedback based on your answer, others can also learn by your mistakes or by your advantages. So let's do that. Today I'm going to share some of the topics that you have to go through, and I'll ask anyone, like I'll call by name, and then okay. Can you guys unmute? Can you guys mute, please? One member is unmuted, I guess. Okay, please mute yourselves. Okay, I'm trying to mute. All right. So please mute yourselves so that I can conduct the class without any interruption. So the idea of today's lecture is getting your feedback based on the tips and tricks that I have discussed in the previous class for the IELTS speaking module task 2, which is cue card. So I'll call by name. So if I call your name, you have to stand up, and without any hesitation you can provide your answer 2 minutes speech. Do not feel nervous. Be confident. This is not your final exam. As this is not your final exam, this is not your final test, you can do mistakes. So it's very common to make mistakes while practicing. So this is your practice platform. So in this platform, you can practice and you can learn from others. You can make mistakes. You can always recover or rectify your mistakes. So the points I want to mention before I ask you guys about the tasks to cue card, I want to give you some clear guidance for getting a good band score in the IELTS speaking test task 2 cue card. Try to avoid using same words repeatedly. Do not use same words repeatedly. Do not use the same words here and there again and again. Do not do that. Then second point, try to use or try to generate complex and compound sentences rather than simple sentences. So complex and compound sentence, discuss using complex and compound sentence. That is very beneficial for your band score. So try to implement complex and compound sentences more rather than the simple sentences. So try to make use of complex and compound sentences. Then okay, I can listen to you. Please try to mute yourself. Okay, all right. The fact is, here we are going to discuss about the points that provided by your answer. So if you try to answer, then I'll try to give you some feedbacks and we'll discuss based on that. So let's jump onto the task today. So let me share the screen first so that you can see the questions, and I'll call you by name and I'll listen to your answer. 2 minutes uninterrupted speech. So try to remember those points. Number one, the main point is try to continue your speech for 2 minutes. Do not stop before 2 minutes. So that's number one point to get a good band score in this task. And then, try to maintain grammatical accuracy. Try to generate complex and compound sentences more and more. Do not repeat words. Do not use the same words again and again. So try to use versatile words. Try to use versatile vocabulary for getting a good band score. So these points are very necessary to get a good band score. In fact, a 7+ in your IELTS speaking, especially in this task. So let's share the screen. Just reply if you can see the screen. Can you see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. So this is your task number 9. Describe a famous person that you're interested in or talk about. Okay, can you guys please mute yourself? Can you guys please mute yourself? Why don't you guys mute yourself? Okay. All right. So the question is, describe a famous person that you are interested in or talk about a foreign celebrity you like. So in this topic, so suppose this is your cue card, you have picked this cue card and your luck says that this is your topic. So how to structure the whole thing? First, you'll get 1 minute to take the preparation. So you can see the questions here, who this person is, how you know about this person, how this person became famous. So these are the questions that you have to address in your speech. So these are the questions. So this is very very encouraging if you can, answer these questions in your speech. So you should include the answers of this question in your 2 minutes of uninterrupted speech. So try to remember my points, my suggestions that I have given you just before studying this question. Try to follow those points for answering. So I'll give you 1 minute for taking the preparation time, and just write the keywords for the answers. And I hope that you can you guys will be prepared before I after I ask you the question. So let's call you by name. Mahfuz Ayan, are you there?
Yes, sir, I'm here, sir.
Okay, are you ready?
Can I have 1 minute?
Okay, no problem. So after 1 minute, you're going to start. And remember, do not stop before 2 minutes, because that's the main point. Do not stop before 2 minutes. So try to uh, continuously speak without any interruption. So try to remember that point. So, and of course, try to be on track. Try to talk about this topic and try to answer these questions in your speech. Do not try to overshoot it. Try to put all those answers in your speech. Like, there are 3 questions, so try to address all of these questions in your answer. So okay, let's start then. Mahfuz Ayat.
Okay, as I have been asked about the person that I'm really interested in, the person is actually a foreign celebrity, which he is an foreign celebrity from a Netflix series, a very well-renowned series. His name is Ian Samholder. So the series that I actually have seen, it was the Vampire Diaries, a very well-renowned series, and it was quite famous that time. It was about 5
কিন্তু
years ago.
মুক্ত ঘটনা যেটা সেটা হচ্ছে যে তোমার ইয়া তো
Daika.
ইয়া তো অন
Daita,
করা
please mute yourself. Okay, please continue. Sorry, sorry for that. Mahfuz, please, can you please continue?
Yes. So as I was saying that the person that I'm actually obsessed about, he's Anne Samholder. So he's the reason behind I'm actually obsessed with him is because the way he actually maintains himself after all this time, he's still the same. The way he actually moves and all those things that actually makes me crazy about him. His styles, his diet, and all over the way he actually speaks. So from those sides, it actually attracts me, and I really want to spend some time with him, to know about him more. How actually he does that as a celebrity, how actually he faces all the obstacles in his life, and how he does that. And throughout the whole these years, I've been seeing and that I've seen that all the celebrities from the same series faced different types of uh, like media questions or many kinds of that can actually I'm extremely sorry.
No problem, you can continue.
Basically the actors that faces many obstacles, criticism, but as an actor he didn't go with those things. He actually maintained all those things, so it didn't make any changes, and he remains the same famous as he was back 5 years then. So all those things actually inspired me about him, that I can actually follow him as a guide. So yes.
Okay, thank you. Mahfuz Ayan, for your excellent um,
Thank you, sir.
answer. So let's discuss about his Ayan's speech, and try to learn from his speech, try to learn the mistakes and some good points from his speech, and thus we can understand how to make use of the time provided, how to make the best use of 2 minutes, these 2 minutes. So look at his topic. The topic was describe a famous person that you are interested in, or talk about a foreign celebrity you like. So he has chosen actually the second portion of the question, a foreign celebrity you like. So uh, here we can see three questions: who this person is, how you know about this person, how this person became famous. If we concentrate on Mahfouz's speech, you can see that he has given answer to the first two questions within 2 sentences. Who this person is and how you know about this person. Within the first 2 or 3 sentences, he has answered these two questions. That's why the problem occurred after 1 minute. He was out of out of topic for discussion, and he was out of sentences, because out of ideas, because he already answered the two important questions within 2 or 3 sentences. So that's one thing that we are going to avoid. We'll not give the answers first. When we are just starting our speech, if we give the answers to the question using 2 or 3 sentences, then it becomes hard, it becomes tough to continue our speech for 2 minutes. So that's one point we can learn from Mahfouz Ayan's speech. He was his fluency was good. That's a good point. But the fact is, the interruption time, that's another area we are going to focus. The break time, the interruption time. Mahfouz was doing very well, but if you look at the later portion of his speech, because he was out of ideas, he was taking 2 or 3, even 4 or 5 seconds before generating the next sentence. So the break time or the interruption time was huge. So we will also try to avoid these phenomena as well. So because Mahfouz has a good fluency, he can cover it up. But someone from you might not have that much fluency, and if you take this much of break or interruption in between your sentences, you're not going to yield a good band score in task 2. So the interruption time, the break time in between, should be less. So that's another point. And let's talk about simple mistakes that we all make. Even I make, you make, because we are not native speakers, and even some native speakers do these grammatical mistakes as well. So like I want to point out one very simple mistake that we all do: use of article. At the very beginning of Mahfouz's speech, he has said that he is an celebrity. So it should be he is a celebrity. I definitely know Mahfouz knows the rule, and everybody here, present in this class, you guys know the rule of article, using a and the. You guys know the rule, but because of nervousness, because of lack of confidence, we make these mistakes. So this shows that practice is the key. Mahfouz has a good flexibility of English language. He has his pronunciation is good. His fluency is decent enough. but the fact is nervousness. So we have to get rid of this problem. We should not feel nervous. This is not your life and death situation. And the IELTS test, you can give it twice, thrice, as much as you like. So you do not just fear about your life and feel the lack of confidence. So you have to be confident because you guys know the rule. You guys know everything. But when when you start speaking, you make mistakes because of nervousness, because of lack of confidence. So what is the key to overcome these lackings? The key is practicing in front of anyone else, like this class, this platform. You're making your speech, you're giving your speech. So if you can practice here in this public platform, you will gain confidence eventually. But this is a public platform. Everybody or every one of you cannot participate here. So you have to find a way to practice English in front of others, even practice this 2 minutes of uninterrupted speech. So you should practice this in front of others. So that's the key to overcome the mistakes, the obvious mistakes that we all do. You know the grammatical rule, but you are still making mistakes. That means you're not confident enough. So you have to work on these things. Mahfouz, have you got my point?
Yes, sir. Thank you very much for the review. Sir, I want to share one thing.
Yeah.
So, sir, I'm actually following all the things that I've been suggested to, but the thing is actually that what I was actually facing during the interruptions while my speech, while I was giving speech, it was actually about I was actually have run out of words. So
Yeah.
I wanted to make one thing very clear, that I want to actually make this thing very much natural to me, this vocabulary collection of mine. So
Yeah.
what can I do to improve my to enrich my vocabulary collection?
Yeah, a very nice question, Mahfouz. So I always suggest people to learn vocabulary naturally rather than memorizing vocabulary from textbooks. So one thing that you can do, you can watch BBC News, or you can make native friends. There are some platforms. One I can name one, which is Paltalk. You can this is a online platform, social platform, and you can find native speakers, and they, for voice chatting. And there are some rooms for learning English, so there will be a lot of native speakers there in the Paltalk chat rooms for learning speaking English. So you can go there and talk with them to learn the natural obvious words. And of course watching movies and watching British uh, magazines or TV series or news. So these things will eventually help you to enrich your vocabulary. But the fact is, this will take time. This natural process of learning language takes time. You cannot expect to learn 1,000 words overnight. This is not possible naturally. It will take time, but this is the most effective way to enrich your set of vocabularies, bag of vocabularies. So the most natural way is to listen to the native speakers. And as I have lived in the UK for the past 1 year, I have seen that my speaking level, my fluency level, my vocabulary, set of vocabularies, level of vocabularies have increased a lot just by listening to the native speakers, just by having a chat with them. If you feel habituated, if you feel comfortable while speaking with the native speakers, then you can understand that, yeah, day by day, your speaking level and your vocabulary level will increase. But the interesting fact is, I have given my IELTS test before going to the UK. You guys know that. But then I had a limited set of vocabularies, I guess, not that much. But my technique was using different vocabularies in different times, not using uncommon words, but just changing the words in between sentences. So I tried not to use the same kind of words for two different sentences. So that shows that I have a good range of vocabularies, and that's how I yield in a good band score in my speaking. So that is another point that I wanted to tell you guys. Thank you, Mahfouz, for your recent try, and I hope that my feedback will help you in your future preparation.
Thank you, sir.
Uh, all right, so let's discuss about the next topic, QCAT topic. But before that, do you guys have any question based on Mahfouz's answer, based on my feedback, based on my suggestions, and the do's and don'ts? Do you have any question? You can unmute yourself and ask question.
Sir, I have a question.
Yes, sure.
Sir, here are 3 questions.
Okay.
For each questions, how many sentences should I tell against one question? Like who this person is?
Yeah, I got your point. There is no boundary for the sentences that you should make for answering one question. But the fact is, who this person is, if you just use one sentence for answering this question, you'll be out of ideas after the end of your speech. So try to maintain at least 2 or 3 sentences for answering one question, but talk about other things related to that question before going to the answer of the next question, because this is a discussion. This is not question answer. This 2-minute speech is a contemporary speech, 2 minutes of uninterrupted speech. This is not a question answer session. So the fact is, this is your question, who this person is, who this person is. You can answer that. This person is ... This person is Mr. X. He does this, and this person does this and that. And you can talk about some other things related to that particular answer, some other things before going to the answer of the next question. For example, I will give you some example for this, who this person is. Maybe you're discussing about Rabindranath Tagore. You can say that my most foreign celebrity or the person I am interested in is Rabindranath Tagore. He is a Nobel laureate, and he has given us the main songs and poems for the Bangla literature, and he has enriched the level of Bangla literature by 200 or 300 years. And I really love to listen to the poetry, the songs that he has written and given melody. Not only me, my family members and my ancestor also were the fan of Rabindranath Tagore. Even I can see that the future generation also listens to the songs of Rabindranath Tagore, because they're not getting old. These songs are going on and on for more than 100 years. So he is literally a legend of Bangla literature. That's the question of, that's the answer of the question number 1, who this person is. So look at my answer. I can even give this answer for 2 minutes and my answer will not end. So the fact is, there is no boundary for answering. So there is no boundary for or sentence limit.
Sir, I should bear in mind how long I can continue to speak.
Yeah. So there is no boundary. So try to answer the question. Of course, you should answer the question and try to say some other things, like
Okay.
I have said, related to that answer.
More
Okay.
information about this.
About that answer. Then
Yes.
go to the next answer, next question. How
Yes.
you know about this person? Then go to the next answer. So this is how you can discuss for 2 minutes. So that's one criteria that you should follow.
Thank
So
you, sir.
now let's go to the next question then. This will be a tough one. Describe when was the first time you admired the sky. This is a very tough one, but I'm going to stick to this topic. Describe when was the first time you admired the sky. This will be a very easy one if you can think it in different way. If you turn it in a different way. So you have to be very clever to answer this question. You have to be clever, then it will be easy. So I'll ask, who am I going to ask today? Okay. Monirul Islam, are you there? Monirul Islam?
Yes, sir, I'm there. But this
Okay, can
topic
you?
is too hard for me.
Okay, you do not want to try?
Can I change this topic?
Okay, I'll ask you later then.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Noshin Mustafa, are you there? Noshin Mustafa? Okay. She's not responding. Noshin, are you there? If she's not here. So, okay. Do not feel afraid. This is just your preparation class. This is not your test, and we are all here for the same reason. We are all learners. We are all learning. So there is no shame in learning. I guess you guys know that. So Akhil, are you there?
Yes.
Akhil Chaudhary?
Yes.
Are you interested or are you willing to try this topic?
Sure, why not?
Okay, let's do it then.
Well, I do remember in childhood days, I used to look at the sky, and later I found that it's called stargazing. So I can relate it very much to the childhood days because I had the habit of looking into the sky. I used to do it. Coming to the second question, I used to do it all alone because I used to keep asking myself how the evolution happened, how the life created. So that's one of the motive which has made me that I can relate now. And still the question is there in my mind, though things has got quite clear to me because I have interest in philosophy. I saw, coming to the third question, I used to look for 7 star, which is known as Big Dipper. According to the mythological concept, they are known as 7 sisters or Saptarishis in Hindu mythology. So these are the stars towards which our solar system moves. If you look at the concept of precession cycle, so we have a cycle of approximately 26,000 years with which our solar system moves towards a bigger star and it comes back. So when the solar system moves towards the brighter star, what we related with the post ice age, whereas when this goes back, it turns back, then we relate it with the ice age. So this is a concept which science relate with the human ascension.
Okay.
So I
Thank
think
you, Akhil.
thank you.
So excellent, Akhil. I'm very impressed with your answer and your set of vocabularies. So you have a good range of vocabularies. That's an encouraging factor. That's an encouraging factor. So let's try to discuss about your answer, about your speech in detail. So I guess you all have heard Akhil's speech. It was very good. The fact is that I want to mention that I want to take from Akhil's speech that he literally described about watching sky and watching stars and the science behind watching stars, finding out the names of the stars, because he used to do that. He got lucky because of this topic, and he was familiar with this topic. That's why he could discuss about it. But the fact is, most of you who do not have interest in astrology or something like that, for you guys, this will be tough if you literally take this topic and just discuss about watching skies. So what is the technique, or what is the criteria, or what is the planning to get away from literally describing about watching sky if you do not have any idea about watching stars or astrology? So the topic is, describe when was the first time you admired the sky. This is the topic. So you should say what you were doing. So, maybe you admired the sky because you were having fun with your friends, and because you were very young, it was a very nice day for you, very remembering day for you. And then you all of your friends just looked at the sky, and you saw that the sky has like becoming red because the sun is setting. Then you guys all together admire the sky because it has become red, the sun is setting, all of your friends are together, you're having fun, you're making a party, you're getting together, listening to music, making music. So then you guys were doing that, and then you admired the sky. You can always, by this way, by this technique, this is a very good technique that I wanted to discuss, and luckily it came to my in front of my eyes today about this topic. Describe when was the first time you admired the sky. So the point I wanted to discuss, if the topic is not familiar to you, try to turn it up, try to roam around the topic, try to answer the questions of the topic in a different way. So because you do not have a good idea about this topic, try to answer the questions exactly. You should answer the questions, but in a different way. Try to roam around the topic, turn it up, rather than literally answering the question. So that's one criteria you can follow. But Akhil has done a great job because he literally talked about watching skies. So then let's go to the second question. Before that, Akhil, your grammar is excellent, but you have made some small mistakes, and because you have a good level of speaking English, and you have a potential of getting a very good band score in your IELTS speaking, I would like to, I'd like to give you some suggestions that just keep a keen eye, a careful eye on these mistakes, little grammatical mistakes, so that you can get an excellent band score. For example, you have said that how the life created. So there should be how the life was created, one auxiliary verb, right? So these little mistakes you should think about. I also make these mistakes because we are not native speakers. But if you can rectify these mistakes, if you can just speak thoroughly without these mistakes, you'll get an excellent band score. Okay, and this is my personal opinion.
I will
So-
try to be slow from next time onwards, because I keep talking to myself that I have to speak slow, but I don't know, I get enthusiastic or something goes wrong with me, because my thought process is fast and I have to control this. I'm trying to do this since long, but I think, yeah, I'll do it next time properly.
Okay, hopefully. So thank you, Akhil. So let's go to the next question. Who was with you? So Akhil didn't focus on that question much in his answer, but as you I'm just thinking that you are not familiar with watching skies. So we are discussing about the other questions more. So the who was with you, we'll focus on that for our COVID speech. Who was with you? You can say that my friends were with me, and then you can discuss about your friend, that one of my childhood friends was with me that time, and I liked him very much from my childhood. He was my school friend, and we went to college and university together, and his bonding with me is the most desirable friendship bonding that has ever happened. So you can discuss about your friendship. My point is, you can discuss about who was with you, that part of the answer more, rather than telling some facts about watching sky, because literally this question is written, who was with you? So you can answer this question with a lot of extra information, because then you can show that you are answering the question, you have a good set of vocabularies, but you're just not literally describing the techniques of watching sky, because you're not familiar with that. তার মানে আমার পয়েন্টটা হচ্ছে যে যারা একেবারেই অ্যাডমায়ারিং দ্য স্কাই, এই যে টপিকটা, এটা সম্বন্ধে সরাসরি বলতে চাচ্ছেন না যে আচ্ছা স্কাই কিভাবে, মানে আকাশ কিভাবে দেখবো, আকাশ কবে দেখছি, আকাশ কিভাবে দেখে, সেটা যারা বলতে চাচ্ছেন না, তারা কিন্তু এই যে তিনটা প্রশ্ন আছে, যে আপনি তখন কি করছিলেন, হোয়াট ওয়্যার ইউ ডুইং, হু ওয়াজ উইথ ইউ, আপনার সাথে কে ছিল, হোয়াট ইউ স, আপনি কি দেখেছেন। তো এইখানে হোয়াট ওয়্যার ইউ ডুইং, এইটা কিন্তু এরকম একটা কোশ্চেন যে আপনি কি করছেন, আপনি যে কোনো কিছু করতে পারেন। আপনি আপনার ফ্রেন্ডের সাথে গান গাচ্ছিলেন, সেটা নিয়ে আপনি 5-7টা সেন্টেন্স বলে ফেলতে পারেন। হু ওয়াজ উইথ ইউ, আপনি আপনার বেস্ট ফ্রেন্ডের সাথে ছিলেন, তখন আপনি বলতে পারেন আমি আমার বেস্ট ফ্রেন্ডের সাথে ছিলাম। আপনি আপনার বেস্ট ফ্রেন্ড নিয়ে 7-8টা লাইন বলে ফেলতে পারেন, এভাবে কিন্তু 1-1.5 মিনিট চলে যাবে। এরপরে হোয়াট ইউ স, তখন আপনি বলতে পারেন আমার আকাশটা লাল ছিল, the sky was red, the sun was setting, I was having fun with my friend. So এই কথাটা কিন্তু তখন আপনি বলতে পারেন। তো টেকনিকটা হচ্ছে যে সরাসরি যে আপনি ফ্যামিলিয়ার না হন, সেই টপিকটা সম্বন্ধে যদি আপনি কমফোর্টেবল না হন, তাহলে টেকনিকটা হচ্ছে যে আশপাশ কাটিয়ে আপনার যে কোশ্চেন আছে সেটার অ্যান্সার অন্যভাবে দেন, সরাসরি ওই টপিক রিলেটেড অ্যান্সার না দিয়ে একটু অন্যভাবে দেন। এটা হচ্ছে আমার টিপস থাকবে, এবং এটা এই জন্যই আমি কোশ্চেনটা জিজ্ঞেস করেছিলাম। So do you have any questions regarding this? Do you have any question? Okay.
Sir, can I ask a question?
Yeah, sure.
Sir, what if I use any kind of cheesy lines regarding the question that who was with you?
You should not. This is a formal conversation.
Okay.
So they expect you to speak the formal language rather than the casual one.
I was thinking that if I answered like something according to the question who was with you, I can actually say that yes, there was a friend of mine because I had him with me that day. The sky looked more beautiful And
yeah, you can do this. Yeah.
and I was watching the sky, but not directly. Rather, I was watching the sky in her eyes.
Oh wow. Yeah. Yeah, you can become a little poet there, but try to be in the formal set of language. All right.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. So do you guys have any other questions today? All right. So now I guess today's lecture, our goal of today's lecture has been fulfilled. I have talked about many points through your answers. You guys have given the answers. Thank you, you guys, for giving the answers. Mahfouz and Akhil, you tried a lot, and you did very good. But through your answers, today we have conducted our lecture, and I guess I have been able to convey my messages to all of you regarding the points we should keep focus on while answering the question number 2, the cue card. In the next class, we'll be discussing about the conversation, the task number 3, the conversation, so the broad questions answer section of the IELTS speaking test, the task number 3. And I expect you guys to share this class, the class, because this is provided by Hassle-Free Education, free of cost for you guys. So you should share it for those who are interested within your friends and family using your social media. So that's one fact. And the other fact is, if you guys have any question, you can ask me right now, anything regarding speaking. Otherwise, I'll be ending today's session now. Do you have any other questions? Anyone? Okay, I guess you do not have any other questions. So let's end the session.